This one's going to be some news, Dutch, and you're going to be taking the lead on this first story. So you sent me an email recently, something revealing about John Cena, and someone reliable has told you some stuff. So let's have it. What's been said?
Okay, you remember back, excuse me, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, Cena was asked about his opinion of Vince, and he was so gracious and saying, hey, he brought me to the dance or whatever, so I'm going to be, basically, it was a love message that he loved Vince because, and true, to tell the truth, he made John Cena a lot of money. So I was on one of my infrequent calls today to one of my brethren in this lovely profession of pro wrestling. And he was telling me a story, and I brought that up. And the guy says, you know why, don't you? I says, I do a podcast, so I should know all this stuff. But I don't. I says, oh, yeah, I know about it. But he said, I bet you don't know this. So I said, okay. He's telling a story about Vince when TKO and Endeavor took over WWE. They knew several weeks or months in advance that Vince was in trouble. So I think Ari Manuel and Nick Khan huddled and said, let's just get the deal done with Vince. Let's get him out of his position. And then when we have control, then we'll get rid of Vince. But Vince didn't know that. So they got all mad at each other, and, they would do a couple of interviews together, and they were so buddy. And I'm thinking, this looks a little odd too. I didn't know what to think of it. But what had happened is that Vince, after they ran him off, he got pissed off. And this happened, I think and they had different reasons to be pissed off at him. But about, I think, 6 months prior to him leaving, he worked a deal with John Cena and sent him to NXT for about, I don't know, a month, 2 months.
Yeah, John Cena was doing a SmackDown run for about 9 weeks, and he also made an appearance with NXT in a Saudi Arabia show, a couple of pay-per-views, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so John Cena agreed to it. And when he was doing his talk about Vince, it was like, hey, like I said, it's like a love message. I'm gonna stay true to the one who brought me to the dance. And I think, wow, nothing about what he did or anything. It just sounded completely out of whack. But I heard he paid Cena, or WWE paid Cena, an obscene amount of money. So, but guess who didn't know about how much money they were paying him?
Oh,
TKO. Then they found out how much money they had paid Cena. Then they got pissed at him. So now when it's all going down, Vince is banned. He is barred from even going into the WWE headquarters in Stamford. He can't even go in there. And they are actively, and I also heard that they are actively working with the FBI. So, and remember we talked a while back, said, is this story, what is some of the other things that's going on? And we don't know. But I heard this today, whether it's true or whether it's not, it's still a good little story to start off the podcast because I love it's called stooging. You tell everything you know, and then when somebody said, "Oh, that's not true," that's not true. Well, but I heard it, so I just thought I would share what I heard. So take from that story what you will. And my main thing is, when I heard Cena talking so glowingly about Vince, and we even brought it up on the show. He says, "Wait a minute, he didn't even say, well, if he's guilty, he needs to go to jail." He didn't even say that. And now we know that he gave him a lot of money, so he just keep his mouth shut.
Would you? I mean, did anyone take a stab at how much money Cena was paid, or was it hinted?
I heard it was in the millions.
Yeah. So multiple millions.
Did you hear anything like that?
No, I've never heard anything of this story. This is something that you were sleuthed out today.
Hey, the information was just given to me without me asking. They were saying, "Hey, I'll give you a little heads up here." So if it's true, and eventually we'll find out if there's any truth to it at all. But this tells me that TKO and Endeavor, they hate Vince now. They literally hate him.